Hello student, welcome to Install video lecture series. We believe in democratizing education for all. Today we are going to learn a new topic, that is Introduction to Trigonometry. Come on, let's get started. Trigonometry is the branch of mathematics which deals with the study of the sides and angles. Okay, so of a triangle. So here we consider the triangle right angle triangle. If it is not right angle triangle, we make it right angle triangle and then use it. So it is used in engineering, it is used in navigation and architecture. So it helps in understanding the world around us. Okay, so it is a very important branch of mathematics. So moving ahead, let us understand that the trigonometry, when we study the trigonometry, we require right angle triangle and we are going to deal with the side and angle. So if you know one angle and one side of a right angle triangle or anything, two angles or anything, then you can find easily the angle associated with it or the side. Okay, so there we need angle and side. So of a right angle triangle, so here we are going to learn few trigonometric ratios, so like sine, cosine and all. Okay, so let's study what are this trigonometrical ratio. So the first trigonometrical ratio is sine. So that is sine of an angle. So suppose you are considering this angle, so then you are going to define sine with respect to this particular angle. So the angle of consideration is very important. According to that, the ratio will be changing. So suppose the angle of consideration for now is this angle. So let's call it as theta, this angle. The side opposite to this angle, okay, so that is this side, becomes the opposite. This is the opposite. Now, if we are considering this angle, then this side opposite to this angle, this side becomes the opposite of that particular angle. So suppose this triangle is A, B and C, then we have AB is the opposite of theta, right? And this is 90. Obviously, we have AC is a hypotenuse, right? So we have the side, this BC, which is next to this theta. Yes, we have one more side which is next to theta. That is the hypotenuse, okay? This is the hypotenuse, right? So we have another side which is next to that theta. So this is called adjacent. Okay? You can take as a base also. Base, adjacent, okay? And this opposite, we can consider this as height also, okay? Perpendicular also. Different name can be used here. Now, let us first define the sine. So, sine of an angle, sine theta, okay? In short, we write as sin theta of this particular angle is nothing but opposite upon hypotenuse. So, it's the ratio of opposite upon hypotenuse with respect to particular angle. So, angle is very important here. So, here the opposite is AB, right, upon hypotenuse. Here this will be AC now, right. So, the sine of any angle is nothing but the ratio of opposite side upon hypotenuse. Similarly, we can define cosine. In short, we write as cos. So, cos of this particular angle theta is equal to, so that will be what? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. So, adjacent in this particular case is what? BC. So, BC upon the hypotenuse is AC. So, this is the cosine, which is known as cos. So, next we have the next ratio, that is tangent, which is known as tan, okay. So, tan of an angle, suppose let's continue considering this as our angle of consideration theta. So, that is ABC, right. This is the 90 degree. So, the tan is nothing but opposite upon adjacent. So, in this case, tan theta is nothing but opposite is this AB, right? And then the adjacent is BC. Okay, this is how we define tan of an angle. Next, we have the cosecant, which is known as cosec. Cosec is nothing but the ratio defined by hypotenuse upon opposite. So, which is just a reciprocal of sine. So, cosec is nothing but what? Cosec of this particular theta is nothing but hypotenuse, that is AC, upon opposite, that is AB. So, this cosec we can also define as 1 upon sine theta. Okay, because we are taking just the reciprocal of it. So, 1 upon sine theta is nothing but the cosec of that particular angle, right? So, the next we have the trigonometric ratio, that is secant. We have secant as a ratio of hypotenuse to the adjacent side, right? And the cotangent, that is cot, is the ratio of the adjacent side to the opposite side. So, let's see with this triangle. So, let's name this triangle as A, B, C, with the angle B is 90 degree, and consider this as a theta. So, opposite to this theta, that is AB, becomes the opposite, right? So, therefore, opposite, right, that is AB. And then we have adjacent, right, that is equal to BC. Since we are considering the angle theta as that is angle C as the angle of consideration. So, we have sec theta, that is sec theta is nothing but the ratio of hypotenuse to the adjacent. So, hypotenuse we have AC and the adjacent is BC. Okay, and next we have cot. So, cot of theta, that is adjacent upon opposite. So, adjacent in this case is BC, right? And the opposite is AB. So, here we can define cot theta as the ratio of cos theta upon sin theta, because we know that cos theta, right, is nothing but adjacent upon hypotenuse, and the sin theta is opposite upon hypotenuse, right? So, we'll get the same answer. And now we have tan theta. We know that tan theta is nothing but opposite upon adjacent. So, here we have opposite is AB and adjacent is BC. From this, we can see that tan theta and cot theta are reciprocal to each other. So, tan theta can be also defined as sin theta upon cos theta. This basic trigonometric ratios, okay, we are going to solve few sums based on this, okay. So, moving ahead with that, let us understand the history of this sine. So, Aryabhata, the famous mathematician, okay, in the year around AD 500, okay, used Ardhyajaya, okay, that is half code, shortened to Jya and Jiva, right. So, this is the Arabic translation written from Jiva, okay. So, we have the Latin translation, Jiva becomes, sinus curve. Later on, this is, we call it as sine, okay. Later on, Sir John Moore in the year 1674 used cos notation. So, let's understand with one example. Suppose let's consider this right angle triangle with opposite. If we consider this as opposite, then this become our angle of consideration theta, right? So, then adjacent is 4 and then hypotenuse is 5, right? And here we can check that whether it follows the Pythagoras theorem or not. So, we know that 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. So, it is true. So, if we consider this and if we define the sin theta is opposite upon hypotenuse, so 3 upon 5. So, initially we can define the cosec. So, cosec is just the reciprocal of this, that becomes hypotenuse upon opposite, it is 5 upon 3. Similarly, in this fashion, we can write for cos theta, that is adjacent upon hypotenuse 4 upon 5, and the reciprocal of it, that is sec theta, that is 5 upon 4. Then we have the tan theta, that is opposite upon adjacent, we have 3 upon 4, and then cot theta, that is the reciprocal of this, which is 4 upon 3, which is adjacent upon opposite. Okay? Now, let us understand the trigonometric ratio of few standard angle like 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90, okay. So first we have the zero angle. Now here to define zero angle, suppose let us consider this angle, okay, angle theta, okay, and then let's make it zero. How to make this zero? When this becomes zero, then it will overlap, right? Something like this, okay, like one line. Here we are not taking up to the scale, okay. So here we are just showing that when we take this, we can get a line. It will overlap, right? So there, our opposite, it was there, this line, okay, it will go on, right? So this one, it becomes 0. Now suppose this angle ABC, right? When we make theta equals to 0 degree, right? So what we have is that we have a line, right? When we have this line, AB becomes 0, right? And then AC is equal to BC. AC becomes as BC, same, right? Now let us define sine theta as usual. So sine theta is opposite upon hypotenuse. So opposite is what? AB, right? So AB upon hypotenuse is AC. But we know that AB is what? 0, right? And then AC is AC. So when we divide 0 by AC, which has some value, it becomes 0. Therefore, sine of x is 0 when x is equal to 0 degree. Next, we have the cos theta. So for cos theta, okay, we have what? If suppose the theta is 0, then we will be considering this. Adjacent is adjacent we have here is BC and upon AC. Both are equal, so that is 1. Yes? Therefore, cos of x is 1 when x is equal to 0 degree. Okay. Next, we have tan x. So in this case, we can define tan theta, right? Tan theta is opposite upon adjacent, right? Or you can consider it as sine upon cos. So when we take sine upon cos, right? Sine theta upon cos theta. So sine theta is 0 upon 1, that is equal to 0. Okay, therefore we have tan x equal to 0 when x is equal to 0 degree. So we can have the cosec. Cosec is the reciprocal of this, right? Of sine. So it becomes 1 upon 0, therefore it's not defined, right? Then we have the sec theta. Okay, was here in this case for general formula we'll use x. Let's use x. So sec of x becomes 1 upon 1, that becomes 1. And again for cot of x, so cot of x will be the reciprocal of tan, right? That becomes 1 upon 0, which is not defined. Okay. Next, we have the next angle of consideration as 30 degree. For 30 degree, so for 30 degree, okay, let's take equilateral triangle. So when we take equilateral triangle, we know that all the angles are what? 60 degrees. So this is 60, this is 60, 60, okay. And when we drop a perpendicular here, right, we know that that line bisect the opposite line, right. This becomes the median as well as the altitude, right. So that divided into two equal parts, right. So these two triangles are congruent, therefore these two angles are equal, right. So this becomes 30, right. This is also 30, but this stays as 60, right. And this is 90, right. So here also this becomes 90, this becomes 60. So this can be seen as what? This, right, 90, this as 30, right. So and then this as 60. So when we consider the equilateral triangle, we know that all the sides are again equal, right. So suppose this is our 2A, length is suppose 2A, then this becomes AA, right. This becomes A, this becomes another A. AA. Again, this becomes 2A, right? So when we look at this particular triangle, we have this side as 2A. Okay, A is any value versus A is not 0. And then here in this case, we have this as a what? A. So the theta, now let's consider this 30 degree. Okay. So when we consider this theta as 30 degree, now we need this also, this side. So this side can be calculated using the Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem says that hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of the square of the remaining two sides. So this can be calculated as square root of hypotenuse square minus the other side square, okay? So when we calculate this, we have under root 4a square minus a square, right? So under root of 3a square, so under root 3a. So this side length becomes what? Under root 3a. So now we have all the sides, right? So we can define the sine, cos and tan theta, right? So let's define sine theta. Now when we define sine theta, right? So theta is 30 degree for now, right? On top we have, right? So to define that we require opposite, right? Opposite upon hypotenuse, right? So opposite in this case, right? Opposite in this case is A, right? So in this case, opposite is A, right? So that is what? This, and hypotenuse is 2A, right? So therefore, we have sine x, okay, is A upon 2A. So this is nothing but 1 upon 2. So sine x is 1 upon 2 when the value of x is 30. Okay? Like that, we can also define for cos theta. Cos theta is adjacent, okay, upon hypotenuse, right? So adjacent upon hypotenuse. So we have the adjacent is what? Root 3a, right? And hypotenuse is 2a. So therefore it is root 3 by 2. Therefore, cos of x when x is equal to 30, okay, that is root 3 by 2. Similarly, we can define for tan theta, right? That is this means the ratio of these two. So this upon this, 1 upon 2 divided by root 3 by 2. Therefore, it is 1 upon root 3. Okay? So now we have tan theta. Now like that you can define for cosec theta. That will be the reciprocal of this 2. And then we have sec theta, that is the reciprocal of this 2 upon root 3. And then we have the cot theta, that will be root 3 upon 1. Okay? When the theta is equal to 30 degree. Okay? Next we have for 45, right? For 45, suppose this is 45, then we have this is 90, then this has to be 45, right? Okay, because triangle sum property says that addition of all the angles in a triangle, any triangle you take, it should be what? 180. Now, when we look at this, okay, it is isosceles triangle. In isosceles triangle, we know that the two angles are equal and opposite sides are also equal. So, suppose this is A, then this has to be A, right? Now, hypotenuse we can calculate it, right? That is the square root of A square and A square. That becomes square root of 2A square, that is root 2A. So, hypotenuse length is root 2A when we take any as A. Means suppose you are taking 6, then hypotenuse become root 2 into 6, that is 6 root 2, like that. Okay, so knowing this, we can define for this particular theta. Theta you can take anyway. Okay, this also 45, this also any. So suppose we are taking this as r theta, right? So sine theta that is opposite. Now opposite is our A, right? And the hypotenuse is what? Root 2A. Okay? So that is 1 upon root 2. Therefore, in general, we can write as sine x is, okay, that is C, 1 upon root 2. So similarly, we can define cos theta, that is again base upon hypotenuse. So base and opposite are same. So this will stay as 1 upon root 2. So the value of cos theta and sine theta at this particular angle when theta is equal to 45 are same. Therefore, in general formula, we write as sin x is equal to cos x is equal to 1 upon root 2. That is root 2 upon 2. Right? So in this way, we can define for tan theta also, that is sin theta upon cos theta, which is equal to 1. So in general, tan x is equal to 1 when x is equal to 45. Similarly, we can define for cosec. Cosec will be the reciprocal of this. So it becomes root 2. And for sec also it becomes root 2. And then cot it becomes 1. Okay, because 1 upon 1 is 1. Okay. Next we have for 60. 60 we know, right? For in 30 we know that when it becomes this angle 30, it becomes 60, right? Okay, so this is what 90 degree. So we'll be referring the same figure that we have taken as an equilateral triangle. We calculated it. This we calculated and comes out to be root 3a when we consider this as a, right? And this was 2a. So using this, we can define sine of theta. Our angle of consideration theta is what? This 60 degree. So the opposite is root 3a. And the hypotenuse is 2a. Therefore, it is root 3 by 2. Okay? So sine x is equal to root 3 by 2 when x is equal to 60 degree. Okay? Next, we have the cos theta, that is adjacent, is a upon 2a. Therefore, it is 1 upon 2. Similarly, we have the tan theta. Okay? The ratio of these two, or you can define opposite upon adjacent. Okay? Upon adjacent is a, therefore it's root 3. Okay, in this way we can define for cosec, reciprocal of this, same for the sec, reciprocal of this, and the cot, reciprocal of this. So it will be 2 upon root 3 for cosec, for sec 2, and then for cot it will be 1 upon root 3. Last we have the 90 degree. Okay, so to define for 90 degree, like how we make this as a 0, right? We make this as 0 when we press down, right? So this becomes 0, right? Before, right? We were using same that. So when we bring this as a 0 length, it becomes 90, right? So this theta becomes 90 when we press down, and it becomes 0 here, right? So this length, right, it vanishes, right? A, B, C. Now this was to make this as a 0 degree. Now this angle, suppose let's consider this as another symbol alpha, right? So this becomes 90 when we make this as 0, right? So now this becomes 0. So AB, it becomes what? 0, and then AC and BC both are equal. Now we will define sine theta. Now we have alpha here, so we want 90, right? So we will define sine alpha. Sine alpha is what? Opposite. This is our opposite now, and hypotenuse is this. So opposite is BC and hypotenuse we have is AC. So we have what? BC and AC both are equal, so we can cancel it, right? So we'll replace. So after replacing, we have this as AC. So we can cancel this and we have 1, right? So sine alpha means sine 90 is what? 1. Similarly, we can define for cos alpha, that is adjacent is AB upon AC. Since AB is 0, so it will be 0. right? For tan and alpha, that is opposite, right? BC upon AB. Since AB is 0, the denominator becomes 0. So therefore it is not defined. Okay? The value of tan 90 is not defined. So we have the cosec alpha reciprocal of this. So it becomes 1 only. But when we define for sec alpha, that will be the reciprocal of this. Again, it's not defined because 0 will be in the denominator. And when we define the cot, it will be 0. Okay? So everything can be written in the one table, right? But my suggestion is you learn this sign, then you can learn everything very easily. How? If you see the sign value gets increased, right? When it increase the angle 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. So 0, 1 upon 2, 1 upon root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. This cos is the reverse of this. See, 1 comes, your root 3 by 2 comes. It's just like this. It comes reverse. Okay? And then when we define tan, is just the what? The ratio of this 0 upon 1, right? This upon this upon this, and then when we have not defined the rest, 1 upon 0. Okay? For cosec, reciprocal of this. For sec, reciprocal of this. And cot is reciprocal of this. Like this we have. So this table is very important. With this, we can calculate. Is suppose you know one angle, then one side, you can calculate the remaining sides also using the trigonometrical ratio. That we are going to learn in the coming slide. Okay? So next is we have trigonometric ratios for solving the side. So there are a few steps that we are going to follow here. The first step is that identify the given trigonometric ratio if it is given and the known side. Okay? Next is rearrange the trigonometric ratios formula to isolate the unknown side. Means we will be checking which is given. Okay, in that ratio, okay, means which sides we have to use it. That we have to check. Then we are going to substitute the known value into the formula and then calculate the unknown side. Okay. So similarly, you can apply it for unknown angles also if you want. Same rule you have to apply. First of all, you will be checking which trigonometrical ratio that we are going to use it using the given side or the angle. Okay. So the main thing is you have to remember all the trigonometric ratios and the non-given side or the angle. We have to use it and relate it. That's it. Okay. So let's do few exercise based on this, right? So in triangle ABC, right, we have right angle at B. So this is B, right? And then we have AB, right, is 5 centimeter, right? We have this ACB, right? So this is C, right? So ACB, this is equal to 30 degree. See here, figure is just for the reference. It is not up to the scale. Okay. So determine the length of BC and AC. So we are going to determine the length of BC and AC. That's two. Okay. So how we are going to do it? Very easy. First of all, we are going to check is any angle is given. Yeah. This angle is given. Right? Now, with this angle, can you relate the side? So, in which trigonometrical ratio, we are going to use this side. So, in finding this, okay, we will be using the sine. Sine of 30 is opposite upon hypotenuse, right? So, that we are going to use now. Okay? So, sine 30 is what? Opposite. Opposite in this case is AB and hypotenuse is what? AC. Like that. See, first we are targeting on hypotenuse, okay? You can start with this also. Not an issue. You can use cosec 30 also. Okay? But sine is the first one. So, we have applied. But you can use with cosec. Not an issue. So we know that sine 30 is what? 1 upon 2, right? And AB value is what? 5. AC is unknown. So what we will do here, we'll do the cross multiplication and this becomes 10 centimeter. So AC is 10. Very easy. Okay. Now next we are going to find this side, right? See, you can calculate this as 60 degree and then you use another trigonometrical ratios. Oh, it's okay. Not an issue. Now, we know this, right? You are going to find this. So, this is the adjacent of this particular angle, right? So, you can use tan theta, right? Or else hypotenuse is known now, right? You want to find out the adjacent, you can use cos also. Not an issue. So, I'll use 10 30. 10 30 is what? Opposite, right? AB upon adjacent BC. 10 30 value we know 1 upon root 3. AB we know it's 5. Now we want to find BC. So BC will be what? 5 root 3. Okay? Centimeter. Now if in question the root 3 value is given, then you have to substitute and calculate 5 into root 3 value. Okay? Otherwise, you can leave like that. So, like that, if you know one angle and one side, you can find out the remaining, okay, sides using the trigonometrical ratio. Yes? So, moving ahead, next, we have find the values of this first one, that is 2 tan square 45 plus cos square 30 minus sin square 60. So for this, what we will do, we'll directly put the value and substitute it. So this become 2 times of 10 square 45. We know that 10 45 is 1, so it is 1 square, like that. Okay? Plus, right? Cos 30. So cos 30 is root 3 by 2, right? Square. Now, sin square 60, again root 3 by 2. Square. Now, one thing I would like to tell you here is that, so when you write sine square x, that is, this is sine x, the whole square. This you have to understand. But if you write as sine x square, that is, angle is taking the square, not the sine value is taking square. That you have to understand this. Okay? So, the value becomes after calculating. Now, this can be cancelled, right? Both the values are same. So, what is left with? 2 into 1 is equal to 2. That. Very easy. Okay. Similarly, you can calculate for this. What to do? Same. We are going to put the value, okay, for each trigonometrical ratios and do the calculation. Now, we have sin 30, 1 upon 2, right? Next, we have plus 1, right? Minus cosec of 60, right? 2 upon root 3. Next, we have sec 30, right? So, we have 2 upon root 3, right? We have cos 60, 1 upon 2. Then, we have cot, right? 45, that is 1. Okay, after this, what we will be doing? We are going to find the LCM and then solve it, right? So, this becomes LCM of the numerator, that is 2 root 3, right? So, we have 2 root 3 and then after calculating this, we have root 3 here, right? So, root 3 plus 2 root 3, then here we have minus 4. This calculation, we know how to do it, right? At this LCM. Similarly, we have to calculate it for the denominator. Denominator also, the LCM will be 2 root 3. So, here we'll multiply it with 2. So, it becomes 4 plus. So, here we'll multiply with root 3 to make it 2 root 3 in the denominator, right? So, root 3 minus plus here. So, here we have plus 1. So, it is 2 root 3, right? So, we can add this because it has both root 3. So, after adding, we have what? 3 root 3 minus 4. See, both the denominators are equal. So, when we take the division, so it will get cancelled, right? Now in the denominator, we are left with what? 4 plus, right, 3 root 3. Okay, so we can do the rationalization for this, or you can leave it this way also. So this can be rearranged properly as 3 root 3 minus 4 and 3 root 3 plus 8. Okay, so we have the last answer as 3 root 3 minus 4 upon 3 root 3 plus 4. You can do the rationalization and keep the answer also. Like this, we can solve such type of sum. Moving ahead, we have in triangle PQR, right angle at Q. So let's consider as Q, right? We have chord P, right? So suppose this is P, then this becomes R, right? So it is given that chord of this P is 5 upon 12, then find all the trigonometrical ratio. Very easy. So chord P is nothing but what? This is our angle of consideration. So we have adjacent, okay, upon opposite, right? Again, here the measure of the triangle is not up to the scale. This is just for the reference. So chord P becomes adjacent PQ upon opposite is what? R QR. That is 5 upon 12. So the length of this PQ is what? Is a multiple of 5x, 5, right? So we can write it as 5x. This RQ, that becomes the multiple of 12, so we can consider as 12x. See, one thing I would like to tell you is that here it doesn't mean that PQ length has to be 5. It is the ratio though, so it must have cancelled few numbers. Or it may be also, so we can take it as 12x and 5x. Okay? Now we can find the value of this PR. What? So that is the under root of what? 5x square plus 12x square, right? So that becomes what? 13x. Okay? So this is 13x. So you know, right, all the sides. So you can define the trigonometrical ratio of this particular angle, right? So therefore, sin P will be opposite upon hypotenuse, right? So 12x upon 13x, that is 12 upon 13. Then we have cos P, right? So that is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So 5x upon 13x, that is 5 upon 13. So you know cot, so you can directly define tan, it's just a reciprocal of it. So it becomes 12 upon 5. Otherwise, you can check the figure and calculate also 12x upon 5x, same value you will get it. And then we have cosec, right? Cosec becomes the reciprocal of this, that is 13 upon 12. And then we have the sec P, that is 13 upon 5. Okay? Like that, we can calculate the remaining trigonometrical ratio if you know 1. Okay? That's the beauty. So let's recap what we have learned in this video. In this video, we have understood about the trigonometry. Trigonometry is the branch of mathematics, okay, that deals with the angles and side, right, of a triangle. Now we have learned about the trigonometrical ratios, about sine, cosine, tan, cosec, sec and cot. We define all the trigonometrical ratios, right? And also we have understood the derivation of the angles 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 degrees, right? And the values also we have seen. Also, how to substitute all these values with the equation or the given expression and calculate it also we have learned. Okay? So, I hope you have thoroughly understood about the trigonometrical ratios. So, in the coming videos, let's understand more sum. Keep watching our install video. Thank you.